2018, as we kick off, I have a host of resolutions and promises to myself that I am going to stick firm to, or at least do my very best. I've got a great coach, an accountability coach in Kate Shell, who's going to help me do that. And also I've got the lessons of years past, not just with the Giving Back podcast, but also in life. So having taken some knocks and fallen down and gotten up, there are a few things that I have decided to make sure that I make the focus. One of those things is presence, right? Being very, very present with people. Part of that commitment is when I have a conversation with somebody, when I meet with them, when I am, just getting together with them, whether it's face-to-face or whether it is virtual. I've asked them that we always do at least a video and stay together so that when I can see them, what I've noticed is that I'm more present and I want to be present and fully engaged. So that's one of those things. The second thing is that I have been literally surrounded by greatness. This year and a half since the Giving Back podcast has just been truly amazing. My life has been uprooted in some ways and changed, and at the same time, it's really coming back to who I am. And I am determined, I'm bound and determined to give back. And part of that is connecting people to people, people to resources, different tools, different organizations, making sure that as best as I can hook them up with the people and the places and the resources that will help them serve more people in their community, wherever that community is, right? Whether it's literally in their backyard or a half a world away, whatever they decide. The third thing is that getting to work with leaders and getting to work with leaders in terms of spreading this message of giving and what does it mean. And that's why I called this my very first Facebook Live, Proof That You Get More Than You Give. So a good friend of mine, Stephen Garten, he is the CEO and the founder of Charity Charge. They're doing incredible work. And this is the only credit card that donates 1% of all purchases to the charity of your choice. Now, we've had some really interesting discussions about what does this mean and how to position it. And in some ways, it really came down to this. It's a card that's reserved for people who really care. And it's a card that everybody can get, but it's not for everybody. And it leads to these questions of like why and what is it about, which to me, and this is part of what we discussed, it's an awesome opener. Because really for the most part, if I think about it, the difference between getting points versus miles and even cash back, right, which you can do with, including donate it to the charity of your choice. One of the things is being able to engage and talk about what's important for you, what's important to you, what you care about, what outrages you, what you're willing to step up and do something about, actions behind that. And what I love is that as we're talking about this, his, really the foundation of this venture. And if you'd seen him at the 2015 South by Southwest, you would see exactly this energy, this passion, this drive, this great charisma. It's the foundation of saying, look, you're gonna get more than you give. It's as simple as that. So we were talking, he gave me a call and he said, hey, Rob, we were chatting a little bit, and he said, can you tell me a little bit about this stuff that you've been talking about? Like, what is this proof? And because I had said, well, I talked to some people and they're sure of it, and they quote many things, but in the end, there's kind of this science. Now it's science from Rob, which is like not NIH at all, and some people might dismiss it, but I think it's pretty rock solid. And everybody I shared it with is like, yeah, okay, that makes sense. And it's nothing groundbreaking. Everybody's got it. Everybody could figure it out. I was just lucky to be in the position where I started thinking about it a little bit more. So here it goes. The way the universe works is this. giving back, in sharing, in taking care of others, right? Which is really what it's about. You get it back three ways: short term, medium term, and long term. This is how it works. In the short term, literally when we give back, and this is science, we get serotonin, dopamine, endorphins. We get that rush. It's literally a chemical feedback. It's this loop. It's this rush. It is a biophysical reward for caring, for sharing, for giving. Okay? In the short term, we get it. And we've all had that experience, right? So whether it's purposefully getting up to open the door for somebody who's having a hard time and opening that door and keeping it open for them, or being on the line in a soup kitchen and making it, prepping it, and then making it, and then giving it, and sitting down, and then having a conversation, really giving of the heart with no thought of thank you, no thought of acknowledgement, no thought of recommend, nothing like that, just really giving. We get that rush, right? We certainly do. If you haven't experienced that, just go out and just put your blinders on and give it a shot. It's an incredible feeling, and it truly is. It's proven. So that's the science for sure. So the next thing is, in the medium term, you're with people who are from different walks of life that you wouldn't necessarily have met, but you have something awesome, something really, really positive in common. And that's the spirit of generosity. Now, not everybody is like that. I know that. But you can weed through that, right? You can get through that. And when you do, you're with these people who have that same mind and that same heart and that same giving. Your world expands. Because you have this trust, because you have something in common, right? Because you share that with them, you start talking about other things that you would never have gotten exposed to. And your world truly enlarges. It gets bigger. And that's awesome. Okay? You associate with others, you feel good. That's in the medium term. So now it's lasting a little bit longer, and these effects go on because you're learning. And as you're learning, you grow. And you grow personally, mentally, emotionally, spiritually. And that's leading into the third piece, the long term. And what does that do for you? So you're stepping up to the plate. You're getting that chemical rush. You like it. You want a little bit more. Okay? Then you step into the pool and you're with these people and you're having fun. It's a great time. Your world is getting bigger, right? You're growing. In the longer term, these people that you're with, whatever it is that's your gig, your vibe, professionally, spiritually, emotionally, even politically, whatever it might be, sports, whatever it is, you're with people who trust you, right? You have this common bond, and this common bond is something that you share and you build from. And no matter what it is that you do, it opens up. Because let's face it, folks, in the end, we do business with people that we like and that we trust. And those people that we like and we trust, we are the most likely to say that they are the most knowledgeable and the best experts at it anyway, right? So as we roll into that and we grow into the long term, the effect that it has on us, including financial, it's right there. They're doing business with you. You have a wider audience, right? So if anybody wants whatever that you have or knows somebody that wants what you have, guess what? They're going to go with you. That's the way it works. So I share this with you because my friend Steven is going to be giving a presentation soon, and he wanted these thoughts jotted down. And sometimes it's a lot easier for me to give that to him like I'm giving to you right now. And so if you can punch a hole in that, I'm all ears. Just let me know. But if you believe in it, right, let me know also. Because I guarantee you There are so many examples that I can give you, both on the show and also things that you wouldn't see in the show. Aaron Steed, Meathead Movers, hashtag move to NDV. Man, the work that he's done in support of domestic violence shelters and victims of domestic violence is huge. It's sustained them in hard times, in times when they've wanted to even give up. And it's not just that feeling inside. It's also literally the business that they've gotten in. And if you look at their employees and you look at what they say, it's phenomenal. The engagement, right? Right now in business, the big word is engagement. Not just satisfaction, but engagement. This is a moving company, people. The engagement for a moving company employee, I mean, that's phenomenal. Jason Kveton from Culver's, it's a restaurant. This is a fella who at one point in his career wouldn't even learn his employees' names for 2 weeks because he figured they'd be gone. Well, that was kind of a self-fulfilling prophecy. And at Culver's, his life is turned upside down. And right now he's got 3, I think he's working on his 4th restaurant. And it is a community's Culver's. It isn't just a Culver's out in Arizona or Mesa. It is that community's Culver's. That's the atmosphere that they breed. If you look at Whole Foods, if you look at some of the big giants that Bo Burlingham profiles, including Zingerman's, I mean, it is really incredible. It is proof in the pudding. Megatrends, Patricia Arbund talked about that and about this being the trend. So as you're stepping up, I can guarantee you, I've seen it, I've heard it, I'm living it right now, is that if you move forward in that direction of your purpose and meaning and giving back, you get so much more than, I mean, you get so much more than you could ever imagine. And it's taking that leap of faith. And the great thing is, all of us have it in us. All of us want to be givers. A very good friend of mine was a pastor for 21 years. 21 years as a pastor, and he had seen thousands and thousands of people and heard thousands and thousands of confessions. And he told me one day, Rob, I'm going to tell you how it is with how people's hearts are. I've heard every sin in over 20 years of confessions, except for one. And the one sin that nobody has ever confessed to is greed. And it doesn't mean that at times they aren't greedy, but it gives you an idea of where people's hearts lie and that we all really, truly want to be givers. So, at any rate, Stephen, this is for you, buddy. Look forward to seeing you again. For everybody out there, I wish you a beautiful day, a wonderful start to 2018. Thank you so much, and look forward to seeing you soon.